there is always somebody cheaper than you, and there is always somebody more expensive than you. You cannot be charging 100K when you are offering a service of 10,000 naira. That's not realistic.
Hey guys, my name is Lisa Okonye, and this is Lisa's Hub, the visual podcast. Thank you to all my returning subscribers for always coming back to watch exciting episodes on the channel, and thank you to our new subscribers and those that just stumbled across this video. I promise you're in for a swell time. Today I have a phenomenal guest with me. She's an awesome makeup artist, but before I introduce her, hit the subscribe button. I know some of you have not subscribed already, so hit the subscribe button. Okay, now I'm going to introduce this really extraordinary makeup artist. She's an amazing person. Please guys, with a standing ovation, help me welcome Mo. She's the creative director for the Mo Artistry, TMA.
Nice to meet you. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, it's been how many years now since I last saw you?
15 years.
It's not been that long, please. It's not been that long. So how are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely to hear. So tell us about you, and then tell us how you started your brand, why you started your brand. Give us the inside story.
Okay. My name is Lois Michelle Owusa Edoisiabo. My names are very long. I intentionally gave myself Michelle when I was quite younger because I just felt that my friends couldn't actually pronounce my name. So I had to just, Michelle is classy, Michelle is fine, Michelle is easy. So I named myself Michelle. And as regards the makeup artistry, I began to love makeup from way back 2013.
Oh, wow.
I was just enthusiastic about makeup. I just wanted to see how beautiful women could be. My mom was not really a makeup person, but she does makeup once in a while. But my sister loved makeup. Like, I would always take out of her foundation, hide, sneak, and all that. And she would tell me, "Don't try it, don't take it," and I'll go back. But I had an opportunity to grow my passion in 2014 or 13, I can think. We had a training in church, a skill acquisition training in church. So you could learn variety of skills. So at that point in time, I thought, okay, catering and makeup. So I paid for both classes.
Oh,
they were quite cheap. The class was about 2,000 naira.
Are you serious?
Yes, 2,000 naira. So it was quite cheap. So I just paid for it. I was like, catering or makeup. So most of the times you see me here, see me there. I'm just shuffling the classes and all. But as the class progressed, I found out that, okay, I think it's makeup.
Yeah.
Like, it just clicked in me. And my tutor, my teacher right back then was a really great woman. Like, she knew what I had in me. So then we used to sketch our makeup stuff on the notebook, probably your brow and something. And when she would see my drawing, like, with this drawing, you will go far. So I was really, really happy. It was like a 1-week training. So I was happy. We're pushing during the rain. You still see me there. You still see some persons there and all that. We didn't really get to learn a whole lot during the class, but we had the basics, and it was a whole lot of experience for me. So that's it. Then I progressed from there, and I had a lot of struggle after that training because there was not enough to actually finance the passion I had. So there was this break, there was this pause, there was this, what if, let me just relax and all that. I didn't have enough products. I didn't have, support from home, fine, but there were more of a school, after school
first, then you can focus
get a job. You see this 9 to 5, dress fine.
That's the focus of Nigerian parents. Just
wake up in the morning, go to the office or something. But I remember I've always been the extra person. Like, I don't want it to be done the way everyone else is doing it. So there was that struggle. I'll still take my sister's stuff, do some crazy makeup on my face, show them. I think my first models were my brothers. I have
Oh
two
my god!
brothers, yeah. So when
Shout out to Michelle's brothers.
so when I come back, when I learn something, I'll just, oh, please come, let me try. And they would gladly sit down. And they had
Oh,
great faces. So I'll just sketch the brow,
yeah.
sketch the eyeshadow on their faces and all that. And it went quite well. But I think in 2014, 15, I got into school. I had a struggle with school a bit. When I got into school, okay, so it's quite going well, but there was still no available finance for me to push. So for a whole year and a half, I was
Wow.
out of the
Oh,
industry. So you could see messages coming, are you sure you're still doing makeup? Are you sure you're what is happening? Comments of concern and
yeah.
comments of mockery.
Oh,
Yes. So some were really
concerned.
concerned,
Yeah.
some were mocking me, and some were like, ah, thank God. So probably you're a threat or something.
Yeah.
So I just had that coming in. I'm like, what is this? How can money be like? Then I actually had this thought that money was the greatest capital you could ever have. Like if you want to start something, you
Yeah.
really need money. Unlike now that okay, I now have like a broader understanding that it's not all
All
about
about money.
money
Yeah.
first time. So that struggle was there. Let me not boss with too many talk, but it got better.
Yeah.
Thank God, it got better. I went for several trainings, and in the past 2 to 3 years, I think I've had about 5 upgrades
Wow.
to 6 thereabouts. So there's
5 or
just been
6
this push.
upgrades.
You can't know it too much.
Yeah.
I tell persons that maybe get to have a one-on-one training with me and all that. You don't you don't know it too much. You have to be willing to keep growing
Yeah.
and keep learning.
Mm.
So even if you did your first training for 1 million naira with the
Yeah.
best of the best
Best of
makeup
best.
artists,
Yeah.
you still don't know it all.
Yeah.
You
That's the
still,
truth.
yes,
Because makeup keeps updating with
you
each passing
understand,
year.
you know the story. So you have to keep advancing. So a lot of hard times, a lot of struggles, but we are here today. And the more artistry was better out of the passion of making women look beautiful, enhancing beauty, not making you look different from what you
What you
are,
are.
making you really make up for the everyday woman. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it is. So you are going out for a function, you're going out for an interview, you're going out for your child's birthday party. You should be able to look yourself
for
and
enhanced
yeah.
version.
So even if you don't get to employ the services of a professional makeup artist, you should be able to pick up your makeup tools that was specially selected by a professional makeup artist for you, and you just do some little things on your face and you pop and you look good.
Wow, that's a very beautiful story. So we know that the makeup was a spark. So there was no spark. Nothing else worked. There was no zing with any other skill, right?
Okay, yes, I mentioned catering, yes,
Mm.
because my sister used to bake
Yeah.
then. So we just play, we'll make bread, we think it's cake, we just put it together. And she used to get a couple of jobs then. So I used to like assist her and all that. And funny enough, I always wanted to go into the creative space.
Okay.
I always wanted to be a dancer. I used to dance. And
Why did you stop? You have thrown some moves for us
life
here now.
life evolved, and
Yeah.
I really also loved the fashion space. I just wanted to, even at the study time before I got to school, I had the opportunity to um work with someone, not full time. She was a tailor. I was just home.
Yeah.
I didn't get into school in time.
Yeah.
So I was just home. So she would tell me, come by, stop by, just come, don't pay anything. And
Yeah.
if there is one thing I regret, well, it's actually not paying
Pain her.
attention to
Oh,
that
that's
year.
weird.
Like I had a whole year to learn, even right now it's just for my personal use
Use,
now.
yeah,
But
but
I really have that regret for being lazy, for being shy. I'm still very shy. So when I store it's kind of busy and you have women coming in and out, and
you hide.
I'm just so shy and all. So but yes, I laid my hands on a couple
God
of
knows.
things and I still do right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that you emphasize that so far you've had upgrades up to 5 or 6 professional upgrades, and I think that's something that makeup artists, in fact, anybody in the creative space should learn this. You don't stop learning. There's always more knowledge out there. So just keep updating and keep upgrading. So tell us about the oversaturated makeup market, makeup industry. How are you coping? Because virtually everybody is a makeup artist now. So
Okay.
how are you coping?
Okay, yes. Two things. One, I'm excited because, like I mentioned when I was telling my story,
Yeah.
I've always had the dream for every woman to be able to do little thing on their face,
Yeah.
if not something so professional.
Yeah.
You should be able to glam yourself up in 15 minutes, 30 minutes max, and you're done. You can go to church and all that. Yes, the artistry is kind of saturated, not fully saturated.
Okay.
There is only one particular space that is oversaturated right now,
Okay.
which is the regular bridals, the regular wedding guests,
Oh,
regular
okay.
Owambe.
Oh, okay,
you have okay, I think let me just chip it into maybe those persons that are aspiring to become makeup artists, or those persons that are in the makeup space. Makeup is dynamic.
Yeah.
Makeup is not limited to a particular space.
Okay.
You don't have to kill yourself in the bridal space if you just find yourself that you are not a bridal makeup artist.
Oh, okay.
So everybody is in this part of the country. Well, that's the norm. Okay. We have more weddings. We attend parties everywhere. But if you go to some countries outside Nigeria, you find out that there are other aspects of makeup that are still flourishing. And if you have that skill as a Nigerian over here, then you travel with that, you find out that you are making so much money.
Wow.
So personally, I've been able to draw the dynamics around 10 areas. Maybe I will have to mention that here, but makeup is dynamic. Yeah. There are other ways and there are other areas you can delve into.
Doesn't have to be bridal.
It doesn't have to. That does not mean you will not be. And I'm sorry to cut this short. As a makeup artist, I feel even if you are everywhere, you should also be able to find yourself.
Yeah, having
yes, you should be able to know where you can thrive in without stress.
Yeah.
So there's some makeup artists that you see online, you just find out that they are beauty influencers. They don't do makeup for anybody. They don't do makeup for any celebrity. All they get to do is to influence products. They get brands, they get people who do makeup products, and they just go online, advertise, buy this product. This is how I get my personal makeup done. They might not be able to do a glam on someone else, but they are creating a niche for themselves, and they are prospering in that area. Wow. So yes, test the waters, test everything, try and be here and there and all that, but I don't really stand on the fact that you have to be a bridal or something. And yes, if there's something you long out for, if you want to be a TV or a commercial makeup artist, it might not be something that is everywhere right now, but try and push for it. Try and push in that area. You can still go for bridals and still get your jobs and all that, but try and think of the area you want to settle in. Okay. And all that. If you want to be an educator, go ahead. So that's what I'll have to say about.
That's beautiful. So there are different aspects, different niches of makeup. It doesn't have to be bridal makeups. So before we go ahead, I want to ask you one very important question. How do you deal with your difficult clients? Have you ever had experiences?
Oh yes. Countless times. And there is one I cannot forget. Was some years back before I started creating structures for my business. I went to get someone's makeup done, and such a sweet woman and all that. And I started on makeup. Normally I ask, "Mommy, what's your preference? What would you like?" And all that. She was like, "Just do your thing." And I was like, "Okay." After finishing that makeup and all that, she looked at her face and like, "Okay." And she told me to clean everything from start to finish.
You're joking.
She didn't like this, she didn't like that, and oh god, and the
she told you to clean everything.
Yes, and I actually did. And the good girl in me, not the bad girl, was like, God, thank you, Jesus. Okay, welcome to the business space. And I was like, okay, all right. And I've been like, oh, just do something, just get my brows. Sorry for your time. I said, all right, man, no problem, thank you. So, funny enough, we got to meet again, I think 2 years ago, and it was a whole different experience. So, yes, you get to meet difficult clients. You get to meet clients that'll tell you, do this, do that. You get to meet clients that'll tell you, please make sure you are here, make sure you are prompt, make sure you are this. I think it all starts with understanding who you are working with or for.
Okay.
Whether you're just meeting that person for the first time or you've just had one conversation with that client, you should be able to understand who that client is, and you should be ready for the unknown.
Okay.
You should be ready to see you should be ready to have vacancies in the makeup industry. Like, you just tell some persons will just tell you, I want to, like, someone that said, I want a makeup artist, I want to book a session. Okay, well, what's the event? And just normal event to have a photo shoot, not knowing that this girl was preparing for her pre-wedding shoot, and she was trying to be wise, so she paid for the services of a normal glam instead. So there are so many things we see in the makeup space, but over time, as you move on, as you listen to like those ahead of you, as you just grow, like you allow yourself grow in the makeup space, you become better and you learn different ways you can tackle your difficult market or difficult.
That's serious. So I don't think somebody tells me to. I would just clean the makeup and walk away.
Okay.
That's serious.
It happens, and that will not happen now.
Yeah, that's true.
So and let me quickly chip this in. If you are just getting into the makeup space and all that, or you're just getting into the beauty space and all that, please know your worth and have structures, no matter how little or no matter how small the structure is. Have structures. This is the time, please keep to time. Don't because okay, you are desperate or you're looking out for clients, or you're looking out for engagement, or you're looking out for, don't allow people trample on you. You can leverage on the experiences of those persons like me and learn from those. So you don't necessarily need to have like a first-hand experience before you now say, oh, okay, I've learned my lessons. Oh no, you are seeing the short way out, and you said, no, I want to go through blood and sweat. No, not. So
I think I have even in the writing and creative space, I have had experiences where I'm done with a job and then client doesn't want to pay. And then you're saying, just send the sample now, send it, let me see. After I see, once I hear this phrase, am I going to run away with your money? I'm going to click on delete. I'll just delete the document and that's it. Because I know, why would you say, are you going to run? You have the intention to run away with my money.
Exactly.
So that's it. I've had that kind of experience too, but clean entire makeup. My heart will just break first.
Worse than that, if you see a whole lot.
So how do you feel when friends or customers tell you that they have somebody that is doing this makeup cheaper?
Great! Wow, you've done me well. You've done me well. Seriously, because business is all about business is a mindset thing. And the mind you carry into your business determines the way your business goes. And if you're going in with love or hate or strife, anger, those things, it determines how your business goes. So there is always somebody cheaper than you, and there is always somebody more expensive than you. So even if you charge 1 million naira, there's still some persons that charge 2 million naira.
That's true.
So I when I hear things like that, somebody, most of those times, some of those clients are trying to play with your head. Like,
that's true.
They're trying to, okay, business strategy.
No, pricing
strategy. Okay, maybe when she and maybe they've rated you that I beg this person, I'm not maybe. So when I hear things like I know something that we put in that will offer me better and all that, I said, okay, no problem. Thank you so much for
For
your
choosing.
patronage. I really appreciate
Thank
you.
you for your
Thank
time.
you for your time, for your love, and all that. Because I know personally what I am putting into the game.
You know your worth.
I know. So it's not like I am, because two things I tell makeup artists that get maybe come close to me too. I don't overcharge.
Yeah.
And I don't charge below my worth.
Yeah.
So just know yourself. You cannot be charging 100K when you are offering a service of 10,000 naira. That's not realistic.
Yeah.
That's not real. You cannot be using products where your foundations are maybe low-end foundations and low-end products, and you are charging. There was a time I was charging 1.5 for makeup. Yes.
Yeah.
My first makeup was 750 naira. And I was so glad.
Yes.
So happy. There was one wedding job I was supposed to get for, I think, 2K. I don't know then. I was happy. The job didn't come, but I was happy. Oh, I was happy and all that. So there was a time like that. There are times and seasons.
Yeah.
So I would be carrying the attitude of false humility if right now I'm charging a makeup for 2,000 naira.
Exactly.
It's going to be, you're just being deceptive, and
so you've grown from that point to a greater one.
And as I can't charge 1 million naira. That's too much.
It's a ridiculously high price.
So just know your worth and stand with it. I've had clients that said, "Oh, you're too expensive," and they come back. They've gone here, gone there, and just weigh their options and like,
let me just go here.
Come back. So that's it.
That's good. I like that. I've had clients too that will be like, your price is too expensive, and I'm like, people are doing this higher than I'm doing this, so I'm just going to stay in with my rate card. This is my rate card, and I'm not going below it. Yes. So that's very good. So let me ask you this question, this very controversial question: is it a sin to do makeup? That's why I said it's a very controversial question. That's why I want to know: is it a sin to do makeup, coming from a makeup artist and a Christian that you are? Do you think it's a sin to do makeup?
Okay. First thing is, what is makeup? I think that's the first thing, because if you say makeup, we are not just looking at foundation powder.
Yeah.
We are looking at your cream.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking at your beauty products.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking at the things that take out acne from your face.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking at the things that, you see, we're looking at those things.
A whole lot of range of products.
When you say makeup, we're not just saying, oh, is it foundation powder? No, let's start from the foundation. Let's dig deep.
Let's dig deep.
So we shouldn't be using creams and all those things. There's a particular part of the Bible I like to say. Everybody loves Queen Esther.
Yeah.
You see, hey, Queen Esther, Queen Esther. When you measure women of faith, you mention Deborah, you mention Queen Esther, Ruth, Rhoda, you hear names like that. Do you know what made Queen Esther Queen Esther?
It was beauty.
When Queen Esther, I would have gone into that scripture right now, but let's not get into that because of time. But those virgins were kept in their specific location or places, and they were prepared to meet the king.
Mm-hmm.
It was not just they went there, okay, bathe well, and use soap and use soda. Do you know the things? Even Esther specifically, do you know the products, the beauty I would have loved us to check that scripture, but if you have time,
I'm going to put it on the screen.
Yes, so just read through it. So it was, the language then would have not been makeup.
Yes, it would have been something else. Yeah.
Simple example: people that saw birds flying, or people that saw Elijah leaving the earth, then do you know if it was an aeroplane they saw? They just said they saw a chariot. That's how they could explain what they saw
at that time. Yeah.
So you see, you hear ointment, you hear olive.
Language has evolved. That's what people don't understand.
So do you know if Queen Esther had eyebrows on, a foundation
she definitely had. Come on. It was one of the kings. It was of Persia now, and they used to draw, even if it's not our type of brows though. Yes, but there was something that you used to apply. Yeah.
So makeup is dynamic, but in all things, I believe in moderacy. Okay. That is why if you go through my brand, go through my artistry, I try my best to be minimal as possible, adding little spice, going ultra a bit, but making you remain who
Who
you
you
are.
are.
So personally, from my own stance, it's not a sin to wear makeup. And by makeup, I mean everything
Everything.
relating to beauty.
Beauty
From your
enhancement.
cream,
Yeah.
your face is looking dull. Come, you're a bright and morning star. You are
Yeah.
shining. You are glowing.
Even if
You
it's
are
Vaseline you are using.
Come on,
That's
you're a child
makeup.
of God. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to look dull. Even the Bible said when we are fasting, rub
Rub
oil on your
oil.
face.
Exactly. That's the
Don't
cream.
look all shabby and you're like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm fasting. No, look good. Look, but be moderate in everything that you do.
No.
That's
Thank
my
you. That was a fantastic answer. I love that. I love
stance.
that. So when clients come to you and then they are like, oh, see this makeup that I want, you draw the eyebrow like this, I did like this, and you pack red here and you pack pink here, and then you know that that makeup is not going to suit their face. How do you handle that?
Okay. I think the first thing I say is okay, ma. All right, ma. Oh, this approach matters a whole lot
Yeah.
of the time. Approach matters. So I look at it and I'm like, oh, this one, oh wow, this is really good. Oh, this is really really nice. But for the event you are attending, I don't think this makeup will suit you. And for your kind of, you have different makeup features from this person
Yeah.
here. So I think it will look. So if you go a little bit to understand and to also explain to the client as a professional that you are,
Yeah.
not someone that just wants to get the makeup done.
Yeah.
Because even if she finally likes it, the crowd outside that are supposed to be your prospective clients, when they see that, they're going to be like, oh, what is this?
What is
A
this?
masquerade or
Yeah.
something. So you're not just protecting the image of that person, you're protecting your image
As
as a
well.
brand.
Yeah.
So I think you just throw suggestions, and finally, if maybe she now says, oh, okay, this is how it has to be done, then you now have to be minimal.
Okay.
You now have to be minimal. For instance, most of the times when they say things like that, they tell you, I want my eyeshadow to pop, or I want my lip to pop, I want this signature zebra brow or something.
Yeah.
So if they now want to go something like that, you as a makeup artist now know that you have to tone down every other thing that you do.
Yeah.
From the skin work to the contour to the every other thing that you every other technique that you are planning, because you already have too many things popping on the face. So
Yeah.
you should just it's a dynamic. You should just know how to go around it and see if you can try and convince that.
So I get it completely, because even I know for a fact, because there's this particular makeup I used to like. I'll just see the eyeshadow and I know I have small eyes. There's no enough space to craft that exact that exact makeup. So I respect myself when it comes to makeup. I just know, okay, eyeshadow cannot be what I envision because I don't have deep eyes, so there's no space. Yeah, I get it. Like, I will respect myself and just obey. So how do you match products with skin type? What's your makeup style? How do you do it? Because I see your makeup and it's always one color. This the face and the neck and the hands, everything is just one color. So how do you do that? What kind of sorcery is that?
Okay, practice they say make perfect,
Okay.
and as I mentioned, you have to be ready to learn and accept the fact that you are not the best
Okay.
and you don't know it too much.
Yeah.
The area of makeup I really love so much is skin work.
Okay.
Some persons will say, oh, I love brows, I love eyes, I love lip, I love contouring. I love skin work. I love to see how a woman transitions from what she is to what she is.
I love that. What she is to
So
what
what
she
she
is.
is.
Yeah.
So like you can hardly tell.
Yeah.
You can hardly tell the difference between.
You just know that there's something
Yes, but you
glowing
cannot. You
yeah.
cannot. So most of the times, I try to do a whole lot of practice, even till date when working on a client. I still don't just pack up my products and I already know it. I'm professional. Just
Yeah.
start. No, you will get amazed at
Yeah.
the end
At
result.
the end.
So I try to still think and spend like 10 to 15 seconds while having a chat, me and the
Yeah.
client, for I just get to look.
You're looking at the skin.
Okay,
Yeah.
what am I going to do? And like I said, I've had classes.
Yeah.
I have some persons in my artistry space that are really close to me that I get asked questions that, oh, how did you do this? How did you do that? I'm having issue with this. Then thirdly, you cannot underestimate using great products too.
Okay, that's good.
You can't underestimate using great products. So you invest in good products and you learn the different ways of application, you're gonna have a great result. And when you also understand skin type and complexion, not just makeup, you understand the dynamics of when you look at someone like, this girl is a light skinned girl. You pick up a foundation and you find out that, oh, this foundation is too light.
It's too light.
Yes, there are dynamics. Ladies have undertones. Ladies have, but there are other things to pay attention to. Not to just say, oh, she's a dark-skinned lady, she's a light-skinned lady. That is not enough. Wow. There are a lot of things that you have to study. So if you, as a makeup artist,
I feel like this episode has been one makeup class, because that's why I feel so this is a very free makeup class for every makeup artist and aspiring makeup artist, and even you, everyday woman, that you just want to be able to apply makeup on your face for like everyday function. I think this has been an amazing makeup class episode. Okay, guys, so any final words?
Okay, final words is thank you, Lisa, for the Lisa's Hub. Thank you for the things that you are doing here. To the subscribers, thank you for staying true.
Thank you
for sticking around. Thank you for being here in our early days.
Exactly.
I will remember you later on.
Exactly.
Then one word to those persons that are in this space that are actually related to the beauty or the makeup artistry. One word for you, or just a statement for you. Please be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Even if you might not see the results right now. Even if you're not seeing the goodies attached to your hard work right now. Keep putting in the work. I am still putting in the work. I am not the best of the best. I don't have the largest follower on the social space, but I just know what I want. I just know this is where I'm heading, and I try to push. So regardless of the tides or the distractions that come, so this is what is trending right now, is everybody packed there, this is what's trending right now. At the end of the day, you've lost yourself. You can no longer find yourself. You don't know your originality anymore. So if you're in the beauty space, or if you're aspiring to be in the beauty space, please be true to yourself and know what works for you.
Be true to yourself. Know what works for you. Know your worth as well. Okay. Thank you so much, Mo, for coming on this episode, and thank you guys for sticking till the end. I'm sure you learned amazing tips and hacks for your makeup. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe, like, comment. If you have any questions to ask, of course, please your Instagram handle so that they are able to.
You can follow me on IG at Demo Artistry. That is THEMOE Artistry, ARTISTRY, and I'll gladly follow you back.
Okay, so in case you want to have your makeup done, you can use the discount code Lisa's Hub. Tell us how you're from Lisa's Hub, and of course you get your discount. Okay, subscribers discount.
Exactly.
All right, guys, I'll see you on our next episode. Please don't forget to subscribe, okay? And thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.